What if I told you that the secret to youthful, wrinkle-free skin isn't hidden in expensive creams or high-end treatments? Now, I know many of you are frustrated because your current skincare routine isn't delivering the results you want. Why? A lot of times what we see in the studies doesn't translate into the skin. You care about the effect on your skin, not in the study. What do you need? Just a few minutes each day, and it makes a huge difference. The secret to youthful, wrinkle-free skin isn't hidden in expensive creams or high-end treatments, but in simple, budget-friendly methods that you can do on your own at home. Correct. Let's talk about that and the top methods to reduce wrinkles without breaking your bank today. Now, this is the graph we're going to change. Let's first look at the skin on the top of this chart. You can see here there's a fibroblast. It produces collagen and elastin seen right here. Now, look at the graph. Elastin diminishes constantly with age and collagen declines, well, from 30, but especially after 45 when estrogen depletes. Let's avoid this exact stage today, this drop off of the graph. We don't need that graph. We're going to collagen bank and build. Now, I know many of you are frustrated because your current skincare routine isn't delivering the results you want. Why? Well, often it's because the products you're using are packed with fillers and chemicals that don't actually benefit your skin. They, in fact, irritate it. These 5 medically proven and inexpensive methods will reduce wrinkles, straight from a doctor's perspective that I see work in my patients, in my clinic, in real life, in every day. You can look at all the studies you want, have all the degrees in the world, but if you don't see high numbers of real patients, your information will be flawed. You care about the effect on your skin, not in the study. A lot of times what we see in the studies doesn't translate into the skin. Studies guide us. Clinical practice is the proof. Now, first up, hydration is key. Drinking plenty of water helps maintain your skin's elasticity. Aim for about 8 glasses a day. That's the simplest way to think of it. It's the simplest yet most overlooked beauty secret in the world. In this 2015 study, 49 healthy females were selected and characterized in terms of their dietary daily habits. Especially here, they focused on water consumption, and they looked at it by using a food frequency questionnaire. Now, there were 2 groups set. Group 1, consuming less than 3,200 mLs, 3.2 liters a day. There were 38 of those. Group 2 consumed more than 3,200 mLs per day, 3.2 liters. There were 11 of those. Approximately 2 liters of water were added to the daily diet of the Group 2 people. This was done for 1 month to quantify the impact of the surplus in their skin physiology. They did measurements involving epidermal, superficial, and deep hydration, transepidermal water loss, and several biomechanical descriptors. They found higher water inputs in one's regular diet positively impacted normal skin's physiology. This was expressed by its hydration in these biomechanical tests that they did. So this clearly showed that taking a little bit of extra water really helped measured metrics, science on your skin. Of course, I see this in my practice as well. And I draw blood a lot because we're doing pair-up, so I know the hydration status, if not from talking to the patient, if not from the difficult blood draws. When we spin the blood, I can see it. You'll want to look for my ElectroGlow product soon. It's a hydrating additive that will not only boost hydration, but also add those elements for collagen boosting. Number 2, use a good moisturizer. Actually, use a great moisturizer. Don't forget face oils or natural cold pressed face oils that I go over all the time. But a little hack here, I learned it and it was reinforced on my last visit in Korea, is to use regular facial sheet masks. They were even provided in my hotel room. Every day they came clean the room and they would add face sheet masks, 4 of them every day. I also purchased some there and I have a video on that. It was super cool. The stores are everywhere and people use them regularly for all different sorts of ingredients, but they're very, in general, calming, soothing, and hydrating. Now, they gave me 4-day with the hotel room. It was great. I went through 1, maybe 2 on a good day, but I think it made a big difference. I think our hotels here in North America, they should come with them, especially places like Vegas where it's so dry. I think you look better for the complete day after using them in the morning. Wonderful. Number 3, protect your skin from the sun. Photo damage. UV rays are one of the main culprits behind premature aging. You don't need a study to prove this, but how about this picture? One face, but 2 sides of a story. Now, many people think this is Photoshopped, but it's not. This is a truck driver, William McElligott. He's 66 years old, and of course he has deep lines on one side of his face after 28 years of sun exposure through the side window of his truck. His right-hand side was shaded by the cab. But look what the sun damage did to his left side of his face after delivering milk around Chicago for that period of time. I could throw up a bunch of studies, but you don't need them. That's the visual. Okay, I had to throw a study in there, and here it is, natural and sun-induced aging of human skin. For those of you who want to geek out, photoaging is a cumulative process, and it's more severe as we get older. Passage of time and repeated exposure to harmful aspects of the environment alter the epidermal and dermal, so the layers of your skin. Clinically, chronologically aged skin appears, look at this, thin, that's what we're trying to combat, thin skin, dry, as you age, you get drier skin, not just from the sun damage, but also add hormone changes to that. And look at this, finely wrinkled. So you're not helping yourself here. Always wear sunscreen with at least an SPF 30. That's really all you need. And don't forget the sunglasses to protect the delicate skin around the eye. That's thin skin that ages quickest. And you can't do deep peels in this area like you can on the rest of the face because you can then get more pigment. So it's harder to treat around the eyes. So prevention is key here. And yes, there has been recently a lot of press about the chemicals in sunscreen. I know. So much so that I made a complete video. I'll link it at the end of this video on chemicals in sunscreen. And then you can comment below as well. And you can decide for yourself. Either way, avoid too much sun and sun damage. Hats, sunglasses, umbrellas, and timing your sun exposure to avoid the peak midday effect. Those are simple things you can do without using a sunscreen. Of course, sun's not all bad, and I love vitamin D. I think we need more of it. It's even cancer protective. But if you're not getting the sun, you want to think of vitamins like K2D3. And I put a whole video, and I guess let's link that one at the end too, on vitamin K2D3, because vitamin K2 helps put the calcium in the bone, and face bone keeps you young. And of course, vitamin D, and you can see my exact dose that I use in my supplements. But K2D3, therefore, is a nice combination together. Number 4, facial massages can do wonders. They increase blood flow and stimulate collagen production. You can use a simple jade roller, they call it. It's a roller with a jade stone. Even your hands if you want. So it's definitely free. But what do you need? Just a few minutes each day, and it makes a huge difference. I personally like Gua Sha the best. What is it? Well, watch this video as I describe it to you. You'll see the person using the Gua Sha tool on her face. But it's a traditional Chinese healing technique that involves scraping the skin, we call it. It's not really scraping because it is a smooth edge, but you get the point with this tool. Now, it's often made of jade. It can be bamboo. It can be other stones, but it improves circulation and healing. This practice releases tension. It reduces inflammation. I like this the most. It stimulates blood flow to the surface of the skin. When we're doing fat transfer to the face, we want more blood flow. One of the things that is so wonderful about the face and allows us to work on the face is the fact that it has a lot of blood flow, but to stimulate more, you get plumpness, you get more nutrients and antioxidants to your fat pads and your skin. Think about how you look when you get out of a sauna or a warm environment. You get much more blood flow, plumpness, and guess what? Yes, you look much younger. Same thing here. It's particularly good for puffiness and morning puffiness, and some people use a cold roller. You can even add a lubricating medium such as an organic oil, and that will reduce the friction and it ensures that it's a smooth surface, especially while you're learning, while you're getting the strokes down. Sounds great, right? Well, it is. You want some science? Well, a study published in the Journal of Complementary Therapies in Medicine 2017 showed that gua sha improves microcirculation and reduces inflammation. Inflammation is the #1 source of much of our body's problems, but definitely our skin ages because of inflammation. All things we need in our daily skin therapy, and by the way, it's free. Number 5, incorporate antioxidants into your diet, particularly vitamins C and E. Those are great for your skin health. They reduce and neutralize free radicals. Those are what leads to the most damage on your skin after sun damage and along with sun damage. The sun damage increases free radicals unto itself, and it boosts up all the other damage caused by free radicals from other sources. So you get that double hit. Let's get exact and be precise here. The vegetable highest in vitamin C, can you guess? The bell pepper, particularly the red one. A single cup of chopped red bell pepper contains about 190 milligrams of vitamin C, and that's more than twice your daily recommended intake for adults. Now, what about fruits? Because there's a lot of fear about fruits. You want to pick fruits with the most fiber, so you get delayed absorption of the sugar. But the fruit with the most vitamin C is, can you guess it? Well, it's the Kakadu plum, also known as gubinj. I think that's how you say it. I know it as the Kakadu plum. But it has the highest vitamin C content. It's native to where? The Australians get it. Yes, contains up to 5,300 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams, significantly higher than the more commonly known and thought of orange or even kiwi fruit. For vegetables, spinach is one of the highest sources of vitamin E. So if we're thinking E, think spinach. A cup of cooked spinach contains about 4 milligrams of vitamin E, and that's 20% of the recommended daily intake. For vitamin E in our fruits, kiwi fruits and the mango are great. I love mangoes. A medium-sized kiwi contains about 1 milligram of vitamin E, while a cup of sliced mango has about 1.5 milligrams. So no doubt the Australians and the New Zealanders win here. Your bonus tip here is derma rolling. Under $10, you get a nice derma roller. It doesn't have to be fancy. The depth, 0.25 to 1 millimeter max. I'd say 0.5. So 0.25 to 0.5. 0.5 is the max you actually need. You want to just do it once a week? Many of you, just once a month is all you need. This will depend on your healing time. Some people heal quicker. You can do it once a week. And if you're infusing things like growth factors, you're going to heal even quicker because the growth factors help with healing times. But you don't really need a slip if you don't want to. You can cleanse and use dry rolling. But I did make a complete video on that right here. Under $10 derma roller at home, exactly what you need to do. And you may as well watch this playlist all about red light. Why not supercharge your mitochondria of your fibroblasts with red light? Because your fibroblast produces what? Elastin and collagen. That's what you want. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.